get out of your life? What's important to you isn't important to the world. There's more important things, so start looking out for that. You may not think that your life is affecting too many people, but it is. Everything affects everything else. Your silence affects people. Your silence can be more deadly than your words. You don't know it. You know those things that those horses have on their face to stop them from looking in other directions, to keep them going the way that they're supposed to go? People are like those horses today. We need to start looking out and looking out for each other. We have a moral responsibility and duty to make the world a better place than what we've been left with. Those who have the privilege to know have the duty to act. Alrighty, so the first thing I've done is I set my oven to 220 degrees, which is a nice hot heat for roasting. So I've got some orange and some red Kumara here. I prefer the orange just because it's a little bit less dry when you're doing things like roasting. So I've just nicked off any undesirable parts in the skin that I wouldn't want to eat, and I've scrubbed them with a clean piece of steel wool, and so I've just got some olive oil and a sprig of rosemary on there. So I'm going to chuck them in for about half an hour. Alrighty, so I'm going to start preparing my mix. My pan's on a really high heat. There is a reason for that. I want to get a bit of a blackened char on the corn because that's going to give it a real nice barbecuey flavour. And once that blackens, obviously I'm not going to burn it, I just want a bit of colour on there. And then I'm going to chuck in a teaspoon each of cumin and coriander. They're good mates, those two. And I've got 3 teaspoons of garlic. How much garlic you use, well, that depends on how much you like garlic. I like garlic a lot. So I'm going to go 3. Try not to make popcorn in the process. So it blackens up pretty fast. Pan's nice and hot. And of course we don't need to cook it through or anything because it's going to go in the oven anyway. Just want to get some colour on there. Put these in. So for a fine dice, I'm going to come down 3 times this way. Across. And across this way. So I've got all the ingredients for my stuffing mix. So we've got red onion, a can of chickpeas, we've got the corn, we've got 2 tablespoons of tomato paste, a whole capsicum, we've got the courgette that I haven't bothered to cook out just because it's going to cook out, it's cut small enough, and the garlic and spices. So as you might already know, pestos are really easy to veganise. Basically you do exactly the same thing, but you're going to swap out the parmesan cheese for nutritional yeast, so it gives a nice cheesy flavour. So you can use pretty much any combination of nuts and like herbs or leafy greens that you want. I'm just doing a parsley and walnut one today because it's tasty and it's nice. Obviously you're just going to use olive oil most of the time. You probably don't have this walnut oil in your pantry, but that's something that I found. I came across it at a food expo a while ago. It was pretty expensive, but it's really nice stuff, so I'm going to see how it goes in my pesto. And so this is the basic formula, and salt and pepper obviously. Just lightly toasting as in nuts. Cool, so I've cut them in half, and I'm going to chuck the tin foil back over them to hold in some of the moisture, and I'm going to chuck them back in so they can finish cooking out. Just be really careful when you're picking the basil leaves, because plants feel pain too, guys. So I've chucked my oven on fan grill. I'm going to try and dry out the skins and get a little bit of crisp on them. So the skins have crisped up a bit under the grill, so I'm going to flip them over and stuff them. Ow. Should probably wait for it to cool down before I do this, but I'm impatient.
It smells too good to wait.
Cool, we're ready for phase 2 of the cooking. I just squeezed some lime juice over it to intensify the flavour. Cool, so the final product. So we've got some good colour, we've got good flavour, we've got carbs from the Kumara, we've got protein from the chickpeas, we've got healthy fats from the nuts and the olive oil. We don't have to kill anyone or take anyone's life. We don't have to fuck the ozone layer for dairy. Tastes good, looks good. Don't be a shit cunt, just be a cunt. Go vegan. Aw, babe, you shouldn't have. They're beautiful.